What's up, guys? Welcome back to Project Time Garage. So it's maintenance time for Freedom here. Time for an oil change and filters and wiper blades and all that. And I'm thinking, I see a lot of people doing the filter mods, and yeah, the factory filter does seem kind of small, surface area wise. And a lot of people are switching over to the Donaldson filters with a little more surface area, a little bit bigger filter. So I'm doing a little research, and the Donaldson filter is a 6637 filter, just a canister filter. Well, that crosses over to a Wix part number also, and that would be this guy here, which is 546637. Don't worry, if you want to do what I've done here, I'm going to leave a link down in the description to Amazon where you can get this stuff. The reason I chose not to get the Donaldson filter and to get the Wix instead was simply because the Wix is available over the counter at most O'Reilly and Napa and places like that. In fact, I know there's a Napa Gold filter, which is made by Wix, that crosses the same, that crosses over also. It's going to take a little bit of work to get this filter in there. It's not just going to fall right in. We've got to remove the top of the air box and a few other things, but they're non-destructive things. You know, these are things that can be put back to a factory original in just a couple of minutes. So let's get about this procedure and see what it does. Meet you under the hood. So this is where our factory filter lives. You'll see a clip right here that you unlatch, and there's one on the other side too. Once you've done that, lift up, pull back, and here's your filter, your dirty filter. I'm going to go ahead and take this clamp loose, and we're just going to remove the upper part of the housing here. This is going to require an 8mm. Also, here's another thing to talk about. This is the filter minder. Basically, this thing's purpose in life is it has a spring in here with a little diaphragm, and as the truck is using air pulling it through the filter, the more clogged that the filter gets, the more suction ends up in this area, and the more suction that you get, it actually makes this little plunger suck in, and it stays that way. And what you can do is you can open your hood and you can read your little plunger here and see when it's time to replace your filter. Now, obviously it says right here on it, push button to reset. So if you see it way up there and you change your filter, you push the end of it in, this little spongy area back here, and it'll reset, right? So that's what that is. Anyway, this is an 8mm for this clamp here. There we go. That's our lid. In order to do this, we're going to remove this section of the airbox housing, and that's done with these two 8mm screws here. There. This is the area that our new filter is gonna live in. Let me show you. New filter is going to sit down in this little area right here, just like so. Quaint, huh? In order to make this connection here happen, we need a 4-inch piece of pipe to go inside here and then inside here to clamp down on. Let me show you what I'm using. This is a charge air pipe off of, I don't know, off of something, maybe a weed eater or a lawnmower, I don't know. Either way, rather than buy a piece of union, I'm just going to cut a little piece of this and let that be my union. And what I mean by that is, this is the factory hose, and it's going to slide in here like this. I'm going to cut it off, and this thing here is going to go in this side of it, nice, neat, and perfect. Now, if you'll notice, this thing is full of sand and dirt and debris, and that's exactly what you want in your air intake system. I'll go clean that up, put a piece of tape on here, and we'll cut this. In my measuring, I've came up with roughly 3 inches that I need in order for it to completely butt up or be very close to completely butting up. Now let's see if I can cut it straight. Okay, this is where the magic happens. We take our this and we pop that in there like so. Then we take our old factory thing here, pop it in there. So with that in there, we'll go ahead and lay a clamp on there. Hopefully this is a big enough clamp. It's one out of my stash. Oh, it's going to be perfect. Look at that. Excellent. All right. So there's that. Then, so there it is. And I'm not going to tighten this clamp all the way up just yet. I'm going to leave it loose so that when I get it back in the truck, I have some room to kind of move it around and position it the way I want it. So just light snug. There. All right, let's go back to the truck with this assembly. Okay, so this goes here, and that goes like that. That's pretty interesting. I don't think there's going to be any hood clearance issues, but we're going to find that out here in just a second. Let me go ahead and get these snugged back down. That, I already snugged this one down really well. That's pretty much it. Okay, let's close the hood. Make sure we don't have any clearance issues with that new filter. I don't think we will, but let's see. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for an insanely cool light, check that thing out. That is from Rigid. It's called a matte light. Uses the standard Rigid batteries. I'll drop a link down to Amazon for that thing too. That's been super handy. Anyway, let's get that out of the way. Well, it closes. Let's see if it squished the filter or not. I mean, I guess who cares if it does, right? Because it's just a filter. Doesn't make it. No, it fits fine. Look at that. No clearance issues at all. Nope. No clearance issues. It actually looks good. It may have touched a little bit right there, but that just holds it in place. Okay. I like that. All right, with that done, I'll go ahead and drive this truck for maybe a week or two. I'm interested to see if there's going to be any difference in fuel economy or sound or power or anything. Honestly, I don't expect gains. We may feel a little bit of horsepower difference if it can breathe more, if it was actually restrictive before. I know I had a motorhome that had an 8.3 Cummins in it, and when the air filter started to get clogged up on it, it was terrible. I mean, it was noticeable when it would do it, when it would clog. So if that air filter was a restriction, then obviously we're gonna have more power. But I'll check back in on this video and I'll let you know after maybe a week or so has passed. Stand by. All right, guys, here's a quick update. Been driving the truck for quite a while now with this filter modification done, and really, I can't tell that much difference. I don't think I feel any difference in power. If I do, it's not a lot of difference. And it could just be me too. I could be imagining it. I don't know. The truck runs strong anyway. Didn't really need a lot of help. So I had no noticeable performance increase that I know of. I had no noticeable fuel mileage increase, which I kind of didn't expect to have that anyway. What I did notice, and it was a complete surprise, was my exhaust temps are down, like substantially down. Oh, and listen, it sounds pretty good too. You can hear it. But anyway, my EGTs are considerably lower, and I didn't expect that. You know, I guess if you're considering doing this modification, I don't think it can't hurt anything, right? Did it help anything? Not measurably, but either way, I would still probably do it again, just because that filter is a ton bigger than the factory. Anyway, just thought I'd give you a quick status update, let you know how this thing worked out. Appreciate you guys watching. As usual, like, share, subscribe. See you next time.